G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Obviously, if you guys have not been caught up with the channel, I am loving collecting my footy cards, and these are some 2019 Elite. I've just finished opening well, not for you, but by the time this comes out, just finished opening up 24 random packets of Elite. Hopefully we went all right. I'll post some results from that on Instagram. But in this video, I'm going to be speaking about the 2020 Elite, which at this stage are coming out in August, and I'm working towards the end of 2019 Elite boxes. There are some classic box breaks planned, and if you want to see a jumbo back in time one again, and if you want to see Zach or you want to see Freeney, you let me know in the comments. But let's go through my predictions for the NRL 2020 Elite cards.
Subscribe to Entertainer. Who's going to be on stars tonight? Yeah, I like to entertain now.
Here we go, guys. Let's get into the 2020 Elite. Obviously, unfortunately, I do have no idea what is coming. No idea at all. But I can tell you that I have an inside source that 6 of these predictions, and there are so many predictions, which makes this so much funner to guess which ones are right. 6 of these are correct. Let's get into my Young Guns signature. I'll also explain why. Now, the thing is that I didn't go back too far, and a few of these I have been told, and I know that these signatures have already occurred in 2017 or 2018. So I do apologize for that. This video I've put a lot of time into and thinking and truly thinking. Okay, for the Roosters, he played in for Latrell Mitchell a few times. I think there is a chance that the Roosters' Young Gun signature will be Billy Smith. If it's not Billy Smith, I think it will go to Nat Butcher. He proved himself. They've had Nat Butcher as the signature for the Bronze Authentic, but I think he's still one of those young gun players. Him and Sam Bell's really coming through the team, but I think Billy Smith is a shoe-in. So Roosters Young Gun signature, that's my prediction. We'll go to the Raiders. Now, the Raiders signature, it could be a sensation or a young gun, but I'm going with Nick Kotrick. I think Nick Kotrick is a real good shout for the Raiders signature. Everyone loves Nick Kotrick. He's representative, and you know, I think Emre Gula, he's a chance as well as a young gun signature. I think maybe not just yet, but I've put him down as a potential for the Raiders. We go to the Bulldogs. My lock for this one is Nick Meaney. I'm locking it in. Young gun signature, Nick Meaney. He was real good at fullback. Obviously, DWZ has pushed him back out of the side and into the wing now from his position. This will be a valuable one because this guy's a young gun. For the Newcastle Knights, Bradman Best. Now, if he's not there this year, he'll be there next year. He didn't get too much game time last year, but he is definitely a young gun, and that's what we want to see. For the Tigers, he's really proving himself to me. I'm taking Adam Dewey. I think Adam Dewey will be the young gun's signature for the West Tigers. For the Panthers, in the forward pack, I had him in Supercoach, and he had a massive year. I'm going with Liam Martin. I think he was outstanding, and I think his form will continue, so it'll be a good young gun to have. For the Rabbitohs, another one that I think is a very big chance. I'm locking it in. I'm taking Braden Burns. He's really earning a starting role in the centres. He's had some big games against some big sides, so I think Braden Burns is a big chance. For the Melbourne Storm, I would love to see Ryan Pappenhausen. He has been electric. I think he's a big chance to be the young gun signature. I can't really think of anyone else. I've also got Nico Hines, but he only had the one game, so I'll take Ryan Pappenhausen. For the Cowboys, I'm going to go with Shane Wright. I think Shane Wright proved himself as a big player coming through the league. He's real competitive, trying to earn a spot every week in his role for the Cowboys, and I think he's a young gun, so I'm taking Shane Wright. Another valuable one, he is definitely in some very good form, and he's continuing to impress week in, week out for the Manly Seagulls on the wing. I'm going with Ruben Garrick. I think he's fantastic. For For the Warriors, I'm going with Jazz Tavaga. I was really trying to think for the Warriors. I'd love to see Nicarima, but I think he's worked himself up to a sensation. Next up, we have the Eels. I think Reid Marnie, and he's getting better and better, and he will be a Queensland hooker. So I think it's a real good one. Hoping Reedy is our signature. But I think someone like Oregon Kafusi might be a chance as well for an Eels young gun signature. For the Eels, I'm going with For the Sharks, I'm going with Britton Nakora. I think Britton Nakora has been really, really good for the Sharks. Again, he's been real good on Supercoach. A lot of people having that respect and having him in their team. He's played some good footy, so he's definitely becoming a young gun, and he starts every week for the Sharks. For the Titans, I have Brian Kelly. I think Brian Kelly is a very underrated player. I really like his form. He's great. For the Dragons, I have Tristan Saylor. Again, I'm worried about this one because he's only played a couple games of first grade, but I think he's fantastic, and I think people will be all over him being Wendell's son anyway, wanting to collect this. So, Dragons young gun is Tristan Saylor. And for the young gun signature for the Broncos, the last one of the 16 team, going for a bit of a roughie here. He's played quite a few first grade games. I'm going with Thomas Flegler. I think he's real good in the forwards. He's got a lot of opportunity. He had some big games last year against some bigger sides, so I think he'll be there. So those are my young guns signature predictions. All right, this one's exciting. Here we go. Let's get into the league sensation signatures. I look forward to these every year. They looked fantastic in the 2019 Elite. There has been some big players. One of them I know, I think the Manly one, unless I changed it, but I don't think I did. No, the Manly one is definitely one that I've already seen happen. But anyway, let's do it. For the Titans, I think it'll be Kevin Proctor. He's definitely played a lot of footy. He's definitely a sensation, one of the best Titans players, I think, in the team. So Kevin Proctor for mine will be the league sensation signature. We go to Parramatta Eels. I'm going with Michael Jennings. I think he's definitely a shoo-in if you're going off the Eels and the sensation that he's been involved with the club. However, I think that newcomer Ryan Madison is also a massive chance. He's played a premiership with the Roosters. He's had a big season with the Tigers. He's definitely a sensation, so he's a chance as well. Bulldogs' newest recruit for mine will be their league sensation, and that'll be Dallin Watini-Selesniak. Dragons, I've got two. I've got Corey Norman and I've got Cam McInnes. Cam McInnes, obviously the bronze and silver authentic for the Traders series, so be strange if they do it again, maybe Corey Norman, but I would prefer to see a Cam McInnes. For the Tigers, I reckon Robert Jennings. I reckon Robert Jennings has proved himself with the Rabbitohs, with the Tigers. He hasn't been outstanding this year, I've thought. But I definitely think he's been a sensation, especially in 2019. For the Panthers, I'd love to see Viliami Kikau. Again, he's in the Traders with the signature, but I think he's a big chance. But I personally think it will go to the source. I think Josh Mansour will get a league sensation signature for the Penrith Panthers as a league sensation. So there we go. The Cowboys one, I think he's definitely spends a lot of time out of the side, but he's definitely a competitive player. And at the moment, he's actually in some pretty good form. Josh Maguire for the Cowboys. I think it's a real good shout. Josh Maguire to be a league sensation signature for the Cowboys. Going to Newcastle now, I have Sione Maltadia. Sione's definitely been involved in the side for a long time. Most of the time he does play in first grade, he's not dropped often. I still think he's a sensation, so I'll back Sione Maltadia for the Knights. Broncos, I'm going with Tavita Pangai Jr. Now he's back in tonight's game against the Newcastle Knights, and he might make a difference. He's definitely a sensation. Again, a lot of time spent out, which is frustrating, but Tavita Pangai Jr. for me could be the Broncos' league sensation. I'm backing the Melbourne Storm, Cameron Munster. He's outstanding. He's my roughie for Dally M. I'm taking Tommy Turbo still, but he's my roughie for Dally M. So Cameron Munster to be the league sensation signature, which would be cool. Munster and Pappenhausen, two of the arguably best players at the moment in the Storm. Rabbits, I'm taking Adam Reynolds. I think his experience, and he's had some big finals game. He's been real good lately, and he's keeping the Rabbitohs right up there. For the Sharks, I've gone with Wade Graham. Wade Graham obviously has spent a lot of time injured before last year, but he came back and stormed into the NRL. He was really great for New South Wales as well as a representative, and I think he played in the Kangaroos, if I'm not mistaken, unless he was injured. But so for mine, Shark signature will be Wade Graham. Real rough one here for the Warriors. I've gone with Cody Nikorima, but I'm a bit worried because I think Harris Tavita, he wouldn't be a sensation, Harris Tavita, but I think Cody Nikorima was only came to the Warriors in May, so, but I don't know, if they've had time to think about it, it's a tough one, that one. This one I already know there was a signature, so it probably won't happen, but for the Manly Seagull, I had Martin Tapau. For the Raiders, I had Jared Croker. I know he was part of the Authentic Signature Series for Traders, I think, back in 2017. But I think he's definitely a league sensation for the Raiders, and he's a good chance. And for the Roosters, I've gone with their hooker, who spent a bit of time injured, Jake Friend. I think his signature will be another Queensland player. So Jake Friend for mine. That is your league sensation signatures. Comment if you think any of these are right. And if you want to comment your own, let me know. But let's get into the Spotlight jersey and case cards. Alrighty guys, you've seen me pull. I obviously traded the Ryan James one, but I have the Josh Reynolds, the Spotlight jersey signature patch cards. I love them. They are fantastic. They are so good. And there are 8 teams that didn't get them last year, and I think these are quite a good shout. So, for the Eels, I'm backing Sean Lane. I think Sean Lane has been real good for our club, and I think Sean Lane might just be a signature of Sean Lane next to a nice bit of the Eels jersey. I'll buy it. If I don't pull it, I'll buy it for sure. If Sean Lane's there, I'll probably get a Parramatta Spotlight one anyway. I'll pay good money for that. But yeah. And next up for the Raiders, he was part of the Superhero series, which I love, the Superhero jersey signatures. I'm going with Jack Whiten for the Raiders. He was outstanding in the grand final, and I think he will get a signature redemption card for the Canberra Raiders. And he was just outstanding all year. He was outstanding in Origin. He was just great to watch. For the Sharks, I've got long time Matty Moylan. I think Matty Moylan is a champ. I think he didn't play too much for the Sharks due to injury, again with Wade Graham. Not as bad though, but I think Matt Moylan might be someone the Sharks consider for a signature and a piece of the jersey. That's what I can see happening. This one will be worth a lot. For the Broncos, I'm going with David Fifita. A David Fifita signature and jersey would be absolutely awesome. For the Warriors, I'm gone with Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. I really didn't know who else to go with. You've had a Peter Hiku League sensation signature. You've had Adam Curran as your young gun. I've gone with my Nikorima, and I've gone with my, I forget who my Warriors young gun was. It was Jazz Tavaga. There we go. So I'm going with Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, but it's a real roughie, that one. Next for the Panthers, I've gone with Dean Vare. I think he's an underrated player. He's a very good centre. He's been quite good for Penrith, so I'm going with Dean Vare. The next one, I'm going to say that this is happening. This is happening, and I think he's close to retirement as well. He's very close, so he could be considered a retirement for the Traders. Maybe if you want to see a Traders version of this, let me know, because they're fun to make. I'm backing a Spotlight jersey signature for the Cowboys of Kyle Feldt. I can see it happening. I think this one's a correct prediction. And finally, for your Spotlight jersey redemption, Melbourne Storm, I'm going with Kenny Bromwich. And finally, let's get into the case cards. Now, in my opinion, for the 2020 case, it will be milestones. I think the AFL has done it, and I think the NRL will get behind it. There are some big players. I've picked 4. There could be more, but I think these players are worthy of these case cards. So the big one that everyone will be after, it could be most common even, who knows? I'm going with milestones. And I think Cameron Smith hitting 400 games is a perfect year to do it. Cam Smith, 400 milestone case card. There we go. Number 1. Number 2, I was at this game against the Eel. It was still a milestone game for him, and everyone was getting around him, and he's very close to finishing his NRL career, in my opinion. So Benji Marshall, he's reached 300 games. Benji Marshall, 300 gamer, case card. The next one, for the Bulldogs, I'm going to a 200 gamer, and I'm going with Aiden Tolman. Aiden Tolman, again, I was there for this match. It was against the Panthers, I think, and Bulldogs won 16-8, maybe not. Oh, I think it was that. Aiden Tolman, 200 gamer. There's a case card prediction. And the final card that I think will be part of this milestone case card, again for the Tigers, he's retired now, will be Robbie Farah. He obviously celebrated his 300th NRL game, which is a huge achievement. There we go, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Just before we end, I'm going to quickly go through Exime Noah's prediction. So his young gun for the Bronco, Katoni Staggs, Raiders, Corey Horsburgh, Bulldogs, Jake Avarillo, Sharks, Ronaldo Mulatalo, Titans, Moeki Fotuaika, Eagles, we both have Ruben Garrick in there. There we go. Storm, Ryan Pappenhausen, Knights, Enara Tuala. I don't know. I think he'll score tonight, but I don't know. Cowboys, Jake Clifford again. Eels, Dylan Brown again. Panthers, Brian or Matt Burton. Rabbits, Cameron Murray. Dragons, Zach Lomax. Roosters, Victor Radley again. Warriors, Jermaine Snewell-Brown. That's a good shout, that one. West Tigers, Alex Twal. I don't mind that one as well. League Sensations, Payne Haas, Josh Hodson, Dallin Waiteni-Selesniak. We've both got that one. Chad Townsend, Philip Sammy, Tom Trebojevic, Josh Adokar, Daniel Saifidi. That's a good shout. And he's got Kyle Felt from the Cowboys. Clint Gutherson for the Eels. Isaiah Yeo again for the Panthers. Rabbitohs, Damien Cook. That would be nice to see. Dragons, Ravalawa. I don't think he's a sensation, so I'm not backing that one. Luke Keary, Cody Nikorima. We've both got it. And David Nufaluma. His Spotlight Redemptions, he's sent all teams, so I'll go through the teams that are. So Bronco, Tavita Pangai Jr., Raiders, Joseph Tarpany, Sharks, Blake Brayley, Storm, Brandon Smith, not a bad shout there. Knights, Lachlan Fitzgibbon, Cowboys, Gavin Cooper, Eels, Nathan Brown, Panthers, Nathan Cleary, and I think that's about it. So that'll wrap us up. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to see a traders version with maybe I can get Zach and Noah to make their own. So Zach is working on making a YouTube channel as well. So hopefully we can get some nice breaks done on there. If I can pick the 6 that I think will be correct, I'm gonna say Rabbitohs, Braden Burns signature for the Young Guns. Eels, Reed Marnie signature for the Young Guns. There's 2. League Sensation, Josh Mansour and Josh Maguire. And then for the Spotlights, I'm locking in Kyle Felt and Matt Moylan. There we go. That's my 100% predictions. Smash that like button. We've reached over 2K. Make sure you go and comment on that 2,000 subscriber card and merch giveaway video. There will be randomized at the end of the month. And poll for the box battle with Zach, which you can find in the community tab, will end on Saturday night and be announced at halftime between Eels and the Roosters. Thanks, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on the weekend.